The voices in our heads now have a frequency. America's first competition talk show.
The Hub is engaging.
Talk life.
Hi, I'm Joel Aaron, and welcome to the Hub Internet Show, joined on the panel all this week by Daniel, Dr. Joel, Benita, and Dr. Freedom. We got a lot of doctors on the program. Raw intelligence on the panel all week long. You can vote, by the way, on whether Daniel or Benita won the face-off debate last Wednesday on the show by going back, watching the YouTube video, posting your vote in the comments section, and we'll let you know who won tomorrow on the show. Now, there's a new statistic that just recently came out that said, and it's kind of disturbing, that 4 in 10 babies are born outside of marriage in the United States today, out of wedlock births, and the numbers seems to be even higher here in Georgia. But the dangerous thing is pretty obvious. The statistics are piled a mile high about the impact that has on children growing into adulthood and how they are able to take on the big bad world that we live in. This is a danger. This is something I don't know how we reverse this trend. Benita?
Well, it's a vicious cycle, first of all, because without any role models, these kids turn into single parents themselves. You don't have your family role model, you don't have your family backup, and you don't have the discipline out there, and you have stressed out single parents who don't know how to do it on their own. You have grandparents who end up raising those kids and not being able to take care of them properly. And then you have a growing welfare system that, expands. And it's just a vicious cycle.
And you said something interesting off camera is here in Georgia, where the Hub is recorded, 60% of new births are on Medicaid.
On Medicaid, right? Births.
Yeah.
And it's a growing government program that encourages dependence on government, I believe.
Yeah.
It seems kind of simple to me. You want to reverse this trend. It's very simple about having kids out of wedlock. If you want to reverse it, it's kind of like just don't go back in and out. It's like just stay out on the reverse side, or at least use protection. I mean, good grief. And when you're saying 60% of the kids in Georgia are born on Medicaid, Dr. Freedom does not have kids himself, but he would like to, and so therefore it's like maybe I need to be on Medicaid in order to have kids, because those are all the people having kids.
I can't see why not with the honesty and the forthrightness that you have. Don't leave with those. I'm guessing walking.
It's just finding the right woman, finding one of high quality that can meet my standards and is willing to.
I was gonna say, if you find the right woman, let me know, because I really want to meet this woman.
They're on the welfare line.
All right, you got to talk about this, because right now the Senate Banking Committee is trying to come up with for the finance reform bill for the country, which would basically do one of several things, and it has pretty much every Republican in the United States Senate going against this right now. Basically, it has several provisions in it that would provide new financial regulatory powers. Which Republicans are saying would violate privacy rights left and right, because essentially what would happen is that the government could collect any financial information it wants from any financial institution it wants, for the sake of protecting, the people, of protecting the nation from systemic risks. And I guess it makes all the sense in the world, because I am protected best by government that knows as much as they need to know in order to protect me. The only way for the government to know as much as they need to know in order to protect me is to know everything. So when you think about it, this is a beautiful thing. How else are they going to protect me unless they know it all, right?
I agree with you. Tell them all.
Tell them all?
Open up.
It's a scary thing.
Guess what? They're taking your taxes already,
Why not
after they've got your money, they want your identity, they want you to totally depend on them.
Go the extra mile. Can we do this without, Joel, without the government's involvement? I mean, can we insure against the systemic risk? Or is this the best way to go about this process?
Well, they're hiding behind the financial crisis as the reason why that they would give reason to collect this information. Even ATM transactions, they could collect this information. Yeah. They're saying that to better protect the consumer against the systemic risk, as you said so well, really this type of measure isn't that much different or invasive or intrusive as the Patriot Act. It's just hilarious the reasons they're using to collect this data and to collect this information. So for the Republicans to say that it violates the Fourth Amendment is somewhat two-faced. However, I agree with that it should not be done. However, for them to hide behind this measure and say that it's too intrusive is two-faced.
Well, I agree, because it can't be a violation of the Fourth Amendment, unlawful search and seizure, because if it was unlawful, the government wouldn't be doing it.
Not at all.
This makes all the sense. Daniel, what say you?
I'm sorry.
Daniel say nothing. Let's go.
I can tell you,
Dr. Freeman, what do you say?
This is really scary. This is scary. Privacy is a very important thing. It's freedom. And basically what we got to do is the thing that, what the heck is going on there? It's never mind. So let me tell you, okay, these people are going to get information, and they're going to find out that you subscribe to Wall Street Journal, you bought a gun magazine, and you bought a box of Cheetos at the grocery store, and they're going to say, well, that's the profile of a terrorist, so therefore you're going to get put on a watch list, and Bloomberg's going to make sure you can't buy any guns, and Lieberman's going to take away your citizenship. It's like what people are doing to attack privacy. We need a privacy amendment. Well, wait, that Fourth Amendment, that's kind of a privacy amendment. We got to do something about that. It's not just houses and cars. It's everything about you. That's what the doctor says. It's freedom.
Well, and the difficult thing is here that so much of this relies on government. We talk about systemic risk. You talk about Senator Jack Reed saying from Rhode Island, Democrat from Rhode Island, saying that there wasn't any Fourth Amendment issue here. I don't know where he gets that, but going on to say that we've got to be able to monitor the entire financial system for systemic risk. Now,
and we all know how well government does all of this.
Yeah, well, who's determining what systemic risk is? And what if I, the government, and I know how every industry is supposed to work and be regulated.
That's why you're in government.
Exactly, or else I wouldn't be that way. And I crunch numbers if I'm in government like I know gangsta rap. And that's about how good I crunch numbers. And the thing is, systemic risk, who's going to determine it from my omniscient level of authority as government? And if I get it wrong and it doesn't turn out to be a systemic risk, I've just undercut the free market system, which would have worked and remedied itself. But how will I ever know? What say you, Joel?
I don't disagree with you, actually, on this one.
Wow. We agree. We're agreeable. Joel's a closet liberal on the program this week. So we see eye to eye. This is good.
I don't disagree with you on this one.
This is what's called progressivism. All right? Properly identified. Get some of it. Daniel, what do you think?
I totally agree with you.
Man, we don't have much to talk about. We have solved this problem. But
absolutely.
You agree?
We're all in agreement.
Let's take a vote. Who's up?
Yep.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Me.
Meep. Say meep.
Get out of the regulation business. We'll see you tomorrow on the Hub.